So, okay. Um, Welcome to today's edition of our class engagement, our Education Matters mentorship group. I welcome you. Again, I think Abel, you are made as a co-host. Stephen, I think, are you a co-host too, Stephen? Stephen, if you are a co-host too, please you can be helping us to admit people in.
I don't even know what I am. I don't, let me check. No, I'm not.
If you are a
I
co-host,
don't
I think
think
Abel
so.
is a co-host.
I think I'm part of the contributors.
Okay, you are a contributor. Okay.
That's what I
Added
think.
you. I just added you as a co-host now. So you can help us admit people as they are coming in, as I will not be able to be.
Okay.
Arun, you want to say something? Arun, you want to talk?
Yes, I want to. Good
Go ahead.
evening, everyone. I'm sorry for not have been able to participate in the previous meeting you had. I think that was probably last week. So it was due to my busy schedule. I'm currently working on my final exams and my thesis as well is there. So that has been the problem that I've not been able to participate constantly. So the other time I heard you talking about someone who had contributed for your monthly subscription, kind of. I don't know if I can actually make my own donation as well to assist our group. So I will, let's see if I can actually raise a sum of probably 20 euro.
20 euro. Thank you, thank you. Please let's jam it together for Arun. He's also giving us 20 euro to that effect. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We are not asking, guys, but if you feel that you want to contribute to the growth of this community, my plan goes beyond, just about teaching us this thing. If you have money, available money in our COFA, I think we can be able to help the less privileged people whom we see that are very serious to support the application fee. The most important thing is to support our growth, our mental growth, our personal growth, our professional growth. We want to see us excel. I'm not creating. I think one of those things I told Abel at the beginning of this mentorship initiative is that I'm not interested because I know how much our friends are making. I know how much I spent to be able to get to where I am today. To be able to, I spent like 2 years I was spending to join different communities. There is a community I pay about 800,000 to join, some like 60,000 to join. And I was able to pile up this knowledge together. And here we are today trying to serve this community of the 2 years I've spent all alone. So I think what we request from you is that seriousness. And from today, we are definitely going to be removing some people whom we feel are not part and parcel of this community, because there is no way you'll be part of this community and you will not contribute in terms of coming to attend this class engagement, taking actions to search for schools. I can't be wasting my time if we are not going to be taking those things into actions. I think that is very important, and we have to follow that strictly. Yes, I think. Do we have anyone who wants to say one or two things before we start today's class engagement? Yeah, Paul Peter, go on.
Good evening, everyone. Please, I just want to comment on what Mr. Adewale said earlier. So about being creative and being able to create our own kind of to draft our own letter. Hello, is everyone with me?
Yeah, sure. We can hear you.
Okay. What me I just want to say is that sometimes it's good to be creative here, but sometimes someone just need a template which you can use. So, like my code email now, before I drafted my code email, I have like four with me now, which I got from other people, like from other sources. And at the end of the day, I had to sit down, bring things together, and I read through. So I saw, okay, this is the format which I should follow. So if you have any useful information, you can actually assist um maybe other people with. It shouldn't be something you should odd actually. So given it out is just like a template. So the person will have an idea that this is how it should be. this is how it should look like. So for the person now to be creative, now to be able to draft his or her own, won't be an issue for them. So that's what me I just want to comment on that.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. What Mr. Steven was saying was that we have to be creative with ourselves. If you look at him very well, if you're in the group, I was the one who told Steven not to send the list of schools, link and list of schools to the group again, because I sensed that there are some people who are not making frantic effort. You can't be spoon-fed. If they are spoon-feeding you, you will get to a stage in this process that you just back out. So what is the essence of you being in the group? You are learning the process and you are not being creative. Quite a number of information and resources are online. It just takes you just a second to type a sample of code email for geology student, a sample of code email for clinical student, and you will see a couple of samples coming out. That is why I was saying that before you are asking questions, what effort have you put in place yourself? Personal effort. I told you one of those things, the very class engagement we had, background to scholarship opportunities. I talked at length about all of these things. I told you about social media participation and engagement, how you can use social media to help support your scholarship effort. So these are things you need to do. These are the creativity he was talking about. Make use of Google, search most of these things. Not until when you are unable to come across one that you might want to reach out to a member of the community or to leaders of the community. And at the same time, when you see this template, it is good when you are done drafting it, send it to the group for it to be reviewed. Just tag it. People would help you to review, this very important information, and we can as well grow together and learn together. So this is what Mr. Steven is saying, and it's not that he's hoarding whatever information. No, that is not what he's doing. So you have to get that message right. Thank you for calling our attention to that, and really appreciate that. Thank you. So if there are no other questions, I think we have to move to today's class engagement, and we are going to be talking about tips for successful application. So how can we can you see my screen right now, please? Please let someone talk if you have been able to see my screen.
Yes, I
Yes.
can see from yeah.
All right, thank you. So I think today we are going to be talking about tips to completing a successful application. This is very important for us, because what we want to do is that we want to be successful about this process. You are giving in your best bet. You are putting in effort to be able to join this community and to be able to do the work. And you can walk the talk by having access to the right information. That is very important. And again, let me welcome the new community members who just joined this very particular community. Please, I want you guys to put it together for them. Let us celebrate them and welcome them to this community. Jam it together by using your favorite emojis. Steven.
Yes.
Are you able to admit? I think. Do we have anyone who is coming in?
Yes. I've admitted. Yes, I've admitted.
So if you admit that person, you have to go down and take that person. Okay, Olakunle, you click on the three dots.
Okay.
In front of that name and make a contributor. Can you do that now?
Yes, I've done that.
You've done that?
Yes.
You've made that person a contributor?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. I've seen that. So you are also
I'm
learning
not
the
the
technique.
best.
So yeah, welcome guys, welcome to this community. This community is a community of friends, brothers, that we are working towards the attainment of a single and unified goal. But we can, achieve this goal only if we are able to work together, help one another, and support our personal and group endeavors. Once again, you're welcome to this community. Um, yeah. So today we are going to be talking about tips to completing a successful application. And first, we want to talk about school search. We talk about school search the other time. And for those who are coming, just joining the community, I think we need to see how we can create a session to help you and see how you can be able to search for schools, right? School search is a very cumbersome and complex work, but it is not complex if you know the dynamics, and the rubrics, to be able to every boxes to be checked, then you'll be able to navigate the hurdles of school search. So first thing here is research and compile a list of schools. Research and compile a list of schools. We gave us that website, 4icu.org. And we say that you can be able to go through, and schools are organized according to countries. Countries, no, the first one is continent. We have Latin America, North America, Africa, Europe, blah, 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 blah. Afterwards, so if you are choosing North America, which we have US, Canada, and Bermuda, then you go to, do you want to search for schools in Canada, or you want to search for schools in the US? And if it's Europe, then you have, European countries such as Germany, UK, Belgium, most of these institutions. So you click on that country, it takes you to how schools are organized by either provinces, as we have in Canada, or by states, as we have in the US. Such like we have states in Nigeria too. We have institutions in Lagos State, such as University of Lagos, such as Lagos State University, Lagos State Polytechnic, this school, Yaba College of Technology. The same way we have institutions in Osun and other parts of the country, other states across the country. So you want to check according to how they have structured schools arrangement, and you want to research about the schools that have first the program that you want to do, Two, you want to look at what are the research alignment of the professors with yours, and that is not really that important, as your own research interest is not the most important. So you can actually integrate into the research plan of the professors you want to work with. That should not be a priority. Your own research interest should not, because you're looking for funding. The third one is that you want to check that that program is funded, as we are all here, except if we have the sons and daughters of the likes of Tinubu of this world, the likes of Adeleke of this world. If you can actually afford, institutions in the US, the US has the most expensive, tuitions in the world, running to about $100,000. So that's about 140 million naira per year. So I don't know if we have anyone who can actually afford that. So if you cannot afford that, so that means the number one thing you want to do is that you are looking for a fully funded offer that will guarantee you to access to higher education, in Europe, in the US, in Canada, or whichever destination you're choosing destination. So the second thing, I said you have to research and compile a list of schools. You might want to make use of Google, Sheets, or you want to make use of what's the name of these I always forget about this Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel, or it might be Google Doc or Microsoft Word. You can make use of these two applications to compile a list of schools and itemize them accordingly. like the University of Vermont. Then you talk about the professors that you are reaching out to there, right? You mentioned professors, schools, professors, research area or research interest. Then you want to talk about deadline. Then you want to talk about admissions requirement. Like, are they requesting GRE or GRE is optional? Are they requesting for TOEFL or TOEFL is optional? Are they requesting for letter of reference? How many are these? Stephen, I think you are doing your work of bringing in people, right? Stephen.
Yes, I'm here. I just admitted one person.
Okay, please remember to make that person a contributor. Thank you. So the second point there is select professors of your choice. Look at the professors by looking at the website or the web page of the program you are interested in. And again, I have said it the last time, and I want to reiterate again. The program that you want to do, just like Vincent has been able to identify the other time, that it does not have to necessarily be, like, for instance, you want to do computer science and you are seeing data science, okay? You are seeing computer science, you are seeing artificial intelligence. You can do most of this program in as much as you are going to secure a fully funded offer. You don't necessarily, it doesn't have to necessarily be computer science, as these programs are intertwined and they have this interdisciplinarity and multidisciplinarity approach to studying that program. As you are doing artificial intelligence, you are going to be doing some courses in computer science that kind of help you to integrate, a holistic development in terms of theory and practice. You want to look into that direction. So your research is not that important and the program is not that important. What matters is that you need money to leave Nigeria. And I'm not encouraging you to leave Nigeria or about creating an impression that Nigeria is good. Hate Nigeria. Stop hating on Nigeria. Nigeria is our country, and as you're looking at me, that is why I'm giving my best to the development of that country. The same way every one of us should be looking at how we can help and support that country, into that greater height that we actually dream of. So I think whatever we become in life, let us remember that we are from Nigeria and we have to do our best to contribute to the development of Nigeria. So select professors of your choice, as they align with your research interest and as they approach you. If you send an email, a cold email to one professor in that department, and you didn't see him responding you in like 2 weeks, you might want to send a reminder email to that professor. If he's not responding, then shoot that email to another professor in that department. You don't send him. You are not Tayekan. Even Tayekan that are born the same day, they have different destiny. If that professor is not responding, probably that professor is not meant for you. Right? You can reach out to another professor, even if they are sharing the same office. You don't have business with that. I talk to you, you are not responding. That's not my problem. It's your problem. So you get across to another professor because you mean business, right? So that is what you want to do, but not that you want to at the same time or consecutively send emails to 2 professors at the same time in the same department. I mean, that shows that you don't know what you are doing. That shows that you only want to do lottery. That is wrong. But if you send an email to a professor and he didn't reply for like 2 weeks, you might want to consider sending a reminder email, then call it a reminder email. Here is a gentle reminder to my previous email sent so. I am sending this to remind you. So if he's not responding back, then you shoot an email to another professor. So that is settled. Let us move to searching the profiles and publications on Google Scholar. This is where the real work is, right? Searching their profiles and publications on Google Scholar. So right now, I'm going to be taking you through how to do that. Just brace yourself up so as for us to be able to. Stephen, are you on Google Scholar?
Yes, sorry, yes, I am. Sorry, I'm babysitting there. That's why.
Oh, okay. Good. So
Sorry, that's why I
now,
want to keep
give me your
listening.
name. Adewale Stephen, right?
Stephen Adewale.
Stephen Adewale. So this is the work of Stephen Adewale. This is Google Scholar. You can see here, these are some kind of how do they call it? If you want to reduce your search, the number of things that you, for instance, do you want to talk about publications since 2024, or you want to search about since 2023 or since 2020, you want to customize your range, right? Stephen, another person is there. So if you want to do that, it's fine. But let us look at this work of Stephen Adewale 2016, right? So if you're looking at this is PDF. This PDF means that you can actually get this document in PDF. What you need to do is just to click on that, and it will download, or it will take you to ResearchGate, where you'll be able to download the PDF and you'll be able to read that work. That is what we call, you want to review that publications of Stephen, which will help you to send the right code email to that professor. You are not just sending a general email, as you are not going to be responded to, because that professor will not see you as a research-oriented person. You want to read the work of that professor to create an impression of a scholar and who is ready to learn and grow with that very particular professor. That you have been able to review the work of that professor and you have been able to identify commendable things about that work and areas that you think you can actually bridge up, in terms of doing a further research. So this is an impression that you want to create. So let us look at this PDF. You can see it automatically downloaded the PDF copy of that work. And Stephen had been able to publish this work with African Security Review. That's the name of the, is that the name of the publication journal?
Yes, that's the journal's name, African Security Review.
African Security Review. And the title is Internally Displaced Persons and the Challenges of Survival in Abuja, Stephen Adewale, right? So this is the work of Stephen. This is the abstract. So I think we are going to find a day that Stephen is going to help us to see how we can do literature review. How do we do literature review? What are those things we should be looking out for? But the most important thing that you want to look about is on the abstract. The abstract has the central message, encapsulating the rest of the information, from the introduction to the body, to the conclusion. The abstract is going to tell you of what you are to be expected in the body of work. Let us look at this. Nigeria is facing a series of interconnected economic and humanitarian crises, which, if not resolved, will disrupt basic life support systems, contribute to the worsening of already fragmented security structures, and perpetuate underdevelopment and indebtedness. Following the dispersal of the inhabitants of the northeastern Nigeria by Boko Haram, accessing adequate food, shelter, and safe drinking water is becoming increasingly difficult for the majority of the dispersed population. This article examines contemporary discourse on the plight of the internally displaced persons, IDPs, living in Abuja, Nigeria. It reveals that there is agreement among a range of citizens on the need of the Nigerian government to change its policy orientation in dealings with IDPs. The article argues that there is considerable neglect of IDPs and highlights the security implications of such policies on the city of Abuja. So this is the central and theme with which other sub-thematic analyses, are embedded, in the whole central message of this article. So this is about this. Then this is another one, investigating the interaction between corporate bureaucracies and employees' moral identities in examining moral. I don't think this is your work, Stevie. There's another person bearing
No, that's not mine.
That's
That's not mine. Yes.
I see that is not your concentration.
Yes.
So now what you need to do, guys, is that I will quickly take you through how to do this, then come down to how to search school. And straight away, I'll be checking this. For those guys that are just coming, I'll quickly take you through how to search schools. And this is it. This is the website that I was talking about. This website has a list of every institutions in the world. And for you to know that it has every institution in the world, we call it ficu.org. First and foremost, let me pick Africa. And from Africa, I am going to check, come here. I'm going to check, I have business, I have only one country I have interest with, that is Nigeria. So let us go to Nigeria, close. So then you will see the institutions have been organized into state, according to state. And I don't have business with any place except Osun State. I don't have interest with Ondo Stephen, Mabinu. You also became whatever you wanted to become at Obafemi Awolowo University, which is Osun State. So now we see the list of institutions from Osun State. First on the list there is Obafemi Awolowo University, Nigeria, Osun State University, Redeemers University, Bowen University, Fountain University, Joseph Ayo Babalola University, Adeleke University, King's University, and Oduduwa University. That is for Osun. Then let us check. So now, according to Unirank, OAU is ranked number 5 in Nigeria currently. That is for this website. For other websites, it might be ranked better than that. So now, what you need to do is, this is the institution. You can see this is the institution. Then this is the overview of the institution, the next line. Then you move to university snapshot, the next one. Then where you have business with is university identity. University identity. The university identity, then you come to the name of the institution here. You can see name of the institution and you see Obafemi Awolowo University. It is from here that you click that it will take you to the website of Obafemi Awolowo University. Is redirecting us to Obafemi Awolowo University. You can see this is Obafemi Awolowo University Ile-Ife, right? And let me quickly check academics. Anyway, you might be colleges. Okay, let me see faculty and department. Then I go to Faculty of Arts. Then I go to history. So let us see what we are going to get. Sorry, website history department. Even look at
Why are you looking at? Why don't you pick one of the universities abroad? Why are we wasting our time?
That was number 5 currently.
What did you say, Aaron?
It's one of the reasons we're ranked number 5 now.
Yeah. So this is I'll check Professor Abimbola Adesoji. Let us see if it's going to take us. You can see there's no picture of Professor Abimbola Adesoji. So this is the profile of Professor Abimbola Adesoji. Then I'm going to copy his name. Let us copy his name here. Then let us copy it. Then let us come to Google Scholar. You must have opened Google Scholar, right? Then put is this thing here. You can see this is Adesoji Abimbola Omotayo, Professor of History, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, Nigeria. Okay, and this is the work of Professor Abimbola Adesoji. The Nigerian press and the challenge of private newspaper ownership. A study of the Nigerian Tribune, 1949 to 2009. So this is indicating that you can download this document as a PDF, right? And I am going to be giving you how to navigate if you cannot find the PDF here. I'm going to teach you about that. Stephen, Stephen.
Yes, yes.
I think I've sent you that link.
Which link?
The link to downloading PDF document.
Oh, okay, okay, yes, yes. I will
Please
resend it.
check that on your phone and
Yes.
send it to the general group.
Okay.
Someone should copy it from the general group. And okay, I will copy it myself from the general group.
I'm
Just
checking.
send it.
Yes, I'll forward it. I'm checking.
Just so now you can download this document. You can see this is the PDF copy, and you'll be able to read the work of Professor Abimbola Adeseji, read it, review it, and be able to, take critical thing from this work and use it to send an email, a code email to Professor Abimbola Adeseji. I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying you should do it to Professor Abimbola Adeseji, because if you should do that, that means you are not leaving Nigeria. You are still going to be staying in Nigeria, doing your graduate education in Nigeria. So if you want to do that, you want to target professors abroad, check schools abroad. I just cite this as an example for you to know that most of this website has most of, if not all, the institutions around the world. So, let me go back. What state do you want? What country do you guys want us to work on? What country? Please let someone unmute and talk. What country?
Let's work on US. The most preferred there.
Who is speaking, please? Who is that?
Canada.
US said.
I suggested we work on US.
Is that Arun or who?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Okay, Arun, okay. And someone is saying Canada. Okay, I'll check. I'll first check Canada. Guys, you want to ensure that you use Canada as the second choice. Canada do not have money. They don't have money.
That's the reality.
And look at the institutions here. Whoa. Institution here, gbogbo institution they're ringi by Koto State here, your US. All of these universities you are seeing is not up to penny, Pennsylvania State. What is Canada? Canada called Canada and Canada. So now let us look at Alberta. So by clicking on Alberta, you have the list of institutions in Alberta. So, and with this is University of Alberta occupying the #1 on the slot, and that is at Edmonton. That's where my brother stays, Edmonton. And we have another university known as University of Calgary, and that is Calgary. Is in Calgary in the US. We have University of Lethbridge, Macquarie University. Most of these institutions have sent emails to their professors. I've examined all of them. So let us check University of Alberta. It is #4. It is ranked #4 in that country, and what the rank is 66. You can see it's a big institution. It is a big institution, very large-sized institution. So let us go to University of Alberta. So what program do you want us to check from the University of Alberta?
Can we look at public history or historic preservation?
Okay. So if you want to do that, you might want to check admissions and programs. So with admissions and program, you will see these are graduate programs. Let us check the graduate programs here. And this is the faculty. We have agricultural and life science, life and environmental, Alberta School of Business. So we have arts, we have campus. Okay, it should be in arts. So if it is in arts, we have political science, we have women's and gender studies, we have philosophy, we have sociology, we have music, modern languages and cultural studies, we have history and classics, we have religious studies, we have psychology, we have digital humanities, we have
Okay,
communication and
Sorry. let's work on digital humanity.
I know you will like digital humanities as you are currently doing your program in art history. But I'm coming. I just want to quickly check if we cannot find other program. So linguistic, anthropology. You know, with your program in art history and what is your current program at Pavia?
Storia, archaeologia, e arte. History, archaeology, and art.
And art, history, archaeology, and art. So which means
See.
you might want to look at can you even work on art and design and blah blah blah. It depends. I think there are a lot of programs you can actually apply. So we don't have anything here. So let us go to and for those in arts too, communications and technology is good. You might want to look into that. So let us look at digital humanities. So this is MA in digital humanities, and it is on campus. And guys, you have to be very careful. Don't go and put in admission for what's the name? Online program. Don't. It has to be on campus. If you want to travel, it has to be on campus, please. You have to look into that. And again, I want to say before I want to say that Stephen, how many people are currently online now? I think one person had left.
18.
Please try and be taking snapshot of those people attending these.
Okay.
Let's get that attendance.
Okay.
You know, at the beginning, the middle, and towards the end. Please.
Okay.
I'll come and so we'll know how to handle that. So
but Nigeria network is another issue. Like most people, so the network will force them also they will have to
it is one thing that you the network frustrated you out and you logged in back. I'm not saying that their network might be 100% like what we have here, but I am saying that okay, me a joke now join this meeting. Okay, I'm saying that we should be able to stay to the tail end of the program. That's what I'm saying.
I understand.
So yeah, this is digital humanities. You want to check entrance requirement. Applicants must meet the minimum entrance requirement for the digital humanities program and the area of specialization of the participating department. Where applicable, a minimum of TOEFL score. That is where applicable. That is if you are required to write test of English fluency, you know, determined by the participating department will be required. Deadline for application for those applying to participating departments in an area of specialization is December 1st. December 1st. That is deadline. Applicants to the individualized program must contact the graduate programs assistant at media, blah, 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 blah. For the application deadline dates, which vary by departments, applications must be sent to the graduate program assistant, digital humanities program. You know, CEO, Media and Technology Studies, room 122, Humanities Center, Faculty of Arts. Applications are first reviewed by the graduate committee in the digital humanities program, and if successful at that stage, forwarded to the participating department for its review process. If the applicant requests a specialization in the participating department. So this is the program requirement, courses requirement, tuition and fees. Participating departments may consider applicants for graduate assistantships. You can see may consider.
Yeah.
You can see the difference down, how stupid they are. No, they will not guarantee you that you will get. Most of the US institutions will tell you that assistantships are available.
Yes.
But here they are saying they may consider applicants for graduate assistantships. Digital humanities annually provides a limited number of graduate research assistantships. So assistantships are available, but it is limited. Graduate students are also eligible for various university fellowships and bursaries. So contact Faculty of Graduate Studies to request. They've given you the clue. Reach out to them. You just click on that link to reach out to them and tell them that you are planning to apply. So I think this is the official website, blah, 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 blah. graduate and postdoctoral studies. I think this is the graduate college. This is the graduate college. For general information, please visit the tuition and fee payment. So that is that. So this is scholarship and financial support. This information are here. So now, questions. Do you have questions? So you want to reach out to this email, general inquiries, Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. So these are where you would want to send information to them. You see? So, and you would want to send your email asking the graduate program coordinator of what available funding are before you can put in that program. We will talk about how you can request for application fee waiver, so many ways in which you can get a waiver. And if they insist, but if they insist, you can only put in your application and pay that application fee if the said funding is available. If funding is available, you don't want to waste your application fee of about $65, $70, $80, right? That's a huge one. That's about 120 or about 130,000 naira. So let us take that into cognizance. I think we've been able to look at that. So that is how you continue to check these institutions. And okay, one thing we didn't do is, okay, let me see. Let me go back to where we just left. Digital humanities. Let us see if we can see what's the name of their faculty. It's difficult to get most of these things, and at times when you are trying to get the list of the faculties and you are not reaching it, you can actually ask the graduate coordinator to send you the URL link to the faculty list. So it's going to send you the URL that would guide you. Another way that you can do that is to type into Google, open a Google this thing and type faculty list of digital, is it digital history, Abby?
Digital humanity.
Okay, digital humanity program at the University of Alberta, right?
Yes, yes.
Let us see what Google will bring. Yeah.
Even?
Let's see.
I think those are the list of courses to be taken.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if probably the name of that professor can be included. That's what I'm trying to see.
Okay.
You know, there are times you would see the name of that professor, then you just click it and you go. There are several ways in which you can actually see you just have to be creative.
Yes, of course.
So let us go back. I mean, digital humanities. Okay. Look at the contact, the professor, the contact, Dr. Daniel Laforest. You can see it here. You can see it here. So by the time you are finding it difficult to get the list of that professor, you can go to Google and put into Google what you want. And with that, you would be able to reach at least probably the contact person. And from that contact person, you can shoot an email. Oh, I am Aruna Alau. I am currently a graduate student at the University of Pavia in Italy. I'm interested in the digital humanities program at the University of Alberta. I'm sending this email to request for the link to the faculty list of this program. So, and she's definitely going to help you out, send you that list, you know, and you'll be able to move forward. This is okay, faculty. You can see the faculty here. Hello, everyone. Can you see how we are able to navigate that issue now?
Yes.
Stephen, can you see that?
Yes, yes.
So this is a pretty innovative and creative way that you can actually, if you are finding it difficult because of how it's difficult to navigate, let Google help you to streamline what your information is. You know, by the time you are clicking on the first 2-3 links, you'll be able to get what you want. So these are the list of the professors in this very particular program. So let us look at Daniel LaForest. This is Daniel LaForest. So this is about him. You would read about his research here. So do you have interest in what he's doing? Then you want to look at who is this Daniel LaForest on Google Scholar. Remember, from the website of that school, from that web page, you are copying the name of that professor. You are heading straight away to where, please?
Google Scholar.
Thank you. You are going to Google Scholar. Let us copy. Then I am coming to Google Scholar. So let us, the effects of high school career and technical education for non-college band students. Contemporary Federalist thought in Quebec, historical perspective. Trust and mistrust between. And again, another thing you need to know is that it is not mandatory that that person is the only one that wrote that paper, even if they are 10. In as much as the name of that professor is there, even if it is, Stephen, what do you call that name? Is it joint? I mean, what do you call?
Okay, joint authors.
Joint authors. Do you understand? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That is still his work. That is still his work. So you can review it. It might be his personal publication, and it might be a group or joint publication. You can review, you know, that paper. So let us look at this. Okay, this is a work of that dude. So another way. Okay, this is another way you can. Let us see how you can download it. So decline all. So I don't think you will be able to have access to sagepop.com. Sagepop.com. Stephen.
Yes.
From your hand there, put the name of Daniel LaForest.
Okay.
On Google Scholar.
Okay.
If you'll be able to access this SagePop material.
Okay.
Me, I'm having a premium account. I'm using my university account, and I will be able to go any.
Then what you are saying there is even different from what is bringing.
Okay, what is bringing for you?
Okay, I've seen it. Let me click on that.
Did you see the sagepop.com?
I was able to open it directly here.
Okay, you open it.
But which of is it? Which one did you click? The first one or the second one?
The second one. No, the first one has PDF. You can download it.
Okay.
The second one is HTML.
Okay.
Sagepop.com.
Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to copy the link so that I will use that website.
You cannot. Okay, it's not giving you access, Abi.
No, I don't have access, but I'm trying to
That's
check.
what I'm saying. You can see that me, I'm having access straight away.
Okay, and it's because you're using your institutions.
You understand? So, and with this, I can download the PDF here.
Okay, no,
you can see this is the PDF here.
It's not
now it's not giving you access. Now go and put it in that method that I taught you. I'm going to teach the rest of you guys too. Do it and let's see if it's going to work.
Okay.
Copy the URL and paste it there and see if it's going to give you access.
Okay. Sorry, I'm on it.
Okay. Guys,
Yes, I have
please.
access. Yes, I have access.
You have access now. Okay.
Yes.
That is it. And that is why we need to teach everyone that method. Guys, if you are with us, kindly
I
drop
was
your
able
favorite
to.
emoji and you are enjoying the class, please. Drop your favorite emojis if you are enjoying the class and you are getting the class, you are getting the step-by-step process. Okay.
Yes, I shared it in the group. I was able to download it.
Okay, fine, Steven. Okay, so now I think you've copied us, you've sent that to the group, right?
Yes, I did that already.
Okay, you did that. Okay, guys, this is the website. Adetunji Ajala, please, can you unmute yourself? I saw your message in the group right now.
Okay.
Adetunji Ajala.
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, you're asking for the website, right?
Hello?
Hello, I said you're asking for the website. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I said you're asking for the website. What website are you asking for?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, please speak up.
I guess it's the network.
Just talk. I'm hearing you talk. Now, wow, okay. Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is that the website you talked about the other time, I said maybe you can drop it on the WhatsApp page for people who are just joining so that they can navigate. Though you've mentioned it where you were talking the other time. I mean the university, if you want to do the search.
I see.
Okay. I dropped it. I've dropped it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Stephen,
Okay.
I just dropped it there. 4icu.org, universities, blah, blah, blah. So, and I also just drop it there. So, the website, guys, you can click on that website that Stephen had dropped in the group, sci.org, sci-org. Click on it. It's going to take you directly, to this place. Can everyone see this? Can everyone see the sci.org? Guys, please unmute and talk. Let me know that you are following.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see.
Okay. Now, in case you do not have access, let me copy this link to this thing. It's giving me a problem. Let me go to Google Chrome. So now what we need to do is, I think Google Scholar, from this now, take for instance, let us look at the one that there is no, this is a book. It might be difficult to download a book, but let us check it.
It's difficult. It's not
To download a book,
I've
yeah.
tried it the way it's not possible. But
So, Stephen, can you share your screen? Can you share your screen?
That's a long game.
No, it's not a long. It's not a long.
Okay, how do I do that?
Yeah, don't worry. So this is how you would do it. This is how you would do it. You see, from the bottom of your Google Meet, you will see leaf call. The sign, that red button, don't click it though. So 3 dots. You see that 3 dots? Bringing more options.
Yes.
Another one is raise hand. Then the next one is you are presenting. Then click on that.
Wait, I clicked on the 3. I saw settings, troubleshooting.
No, don't click that. I'm just telling you. Okay. From the right hand side, you see leaf call. Don't press it. Don't press the 3 dots. Yes. Don't press raise hand. Then the next one is that arrow. That logo of arrow. you will see you are present. You want to present.
Okay, but you are presenting now. It's showing Sherif
So
and I'm presenting.
now what you want to do is press on that.
Okay. Okay. So I should share.
Yeah, share your screen.
Okay. Okay.
Let me stop presenting.
Okay. So am I on now?
We are not seeing your screen yet.
Okay.
We are not seeing your. Just click again that. Click again that, please. Except you do not have access. I don't know. But click again that present now. Present now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Have you?
Am I?
What I got in read?
Okay. It's straight to avoid an infinite
Say
Don't share your entire
dismiss.
screen.
Show dismiss.
Dismiss. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
then now go to the website that you open, the si.org.
Oh, okay.
Go to the URL.
Okay. Yeah.
So now return back. How did you get here? Return back.
Yeah, I'm here now.
So this is sci.org, right?
Yes.
Something would copy, you would copy that link. You would copy that link.
Okay. Okay.
From Google Scholar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Go back again.
Yeah,
Go back again.
back. Okay. So are we there now? Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. So
just
now,
right click. No, on the link.
Yes.
Right click, then copy.
Okay. Okay, so I have to copy the link now.
Yeah, you copy the link.
So I've done that.
Then you go to paste it there. Click open.
So that
you can see that, guys. Can guys see that?
So it means whatever you want to download, then you copy the link, then you paste it on the website, on the SCI Hub website.
On that SCI Hub, that space that is asking you, you just put it there and you click search. So it's going to give you access to that document. Now, per adventure, you are unable to do that. What you just need to do as a serious member of this mentorship group is to reach out to me. I have a premium account that I can actually help you to download whatever paper you're having difficulty at downloading. Is that taken? Please, let's jam it together if we get it to this stage. Let's jam it together. Oh, thank you, everyone. So that is how to get to downloading paper that you cannot immediately get from that list of so if you're unable to get it from here, I think you can all see my screen now. You can all see my screen. If you're unable to get PDF here, if you have this PDF here, then you click on PDF. It will give you access. This is another PDF. It will give you access.
So guys are complaining on the group chat on message box that they could not see the screen. I don't know.
Oh, my screen?
While Mr. Steven was working on the C-Hub the other time. We have
okay, don't worry. Don't worry, I will do it here. Don't worry.
But it means if you are doing it, it means you have to log out of your university's account.
No, don't. I will not even log out. Don't worry. I will just copy that thing and for them to see the process. There's no problem. Yeah. So guys, look at it. So assuming that this thing, there is no PDF here, and you want to, there's no PDF in front of this title of the paper, and you want to download it, what you need to do is you right click, right? Copy link address, then copy it. Then you will go straight to si.org here. Then You paste it here, bang. Then you click open. You can see this one does not have, it's telling you there is no access. There is no access. That's an example of what I am saying. Now, let us go back. First, let us click on this. Oh, it's even bringing this thing straight away.
I told you it's because you are your school account, so
I know.
automatically you have access to.
I know. No problem. We'll see some other. We'll see some other. Let me check the work of if we can actually. Okay, this is the work of. Okay, this is a good example of what we are saying. You can see this work now. There is no PDF in front, right? Then let us see first. You can see now. I'm Ghana $26. Easy.
No, there are not any money from it. Oh,
Ah,
yes, they're doing. So it's for the
our
school.
publisher don't go where.
Yes, they are not even paying them any royalty.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
The money is meant for the publisher.
So in this case, you can download the DOI or you download the link. So let us download the DOI. Copy the link, then let us come to this place. Access. So you can see now.
So there's something I noticed within the
What did you
last
notice?
within the last 2 weeks that I started working on this C-Hub, I noticed that anything from Cambridge and Oxford, so
Okay.
yes, they don't work with C-Hub. Any publication from Cambridge and from Oxford.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting to know. So, okay, I think this is Cambridge too. This is Cambridge and historical scholarship. Let us see. Remember, I said you can copy these or you click on that and it takes you to where you can download, to access the DOI. Is that you want to copy the link address here or you want to click on this thing so it will give you access to the DOI. Where is the DOI here? Where's the DOI? The DOI is here. The DOI is here. Copy. Then let us come here. Let us see if we can have access. No. They still need money. Okay, I'm coming. I will see.
yes, it's
I
Cambridge.
think someone wants to come in. Yeah, it's Cambridge.
But if you are making use of your university's account, you access it.
Still not getting coffee Waliabi.
Oh,
No, the person was actually raising his hand.
Okay, I'm coming. So let me see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, of
Can you
course.
guys see my screen?
Yes, yeah, we can.
This is what we call Sotero. Okay, this is okay. It has brought that book, but I don't think there is. Oh, so you can have access to it. Access through your institution. Let me see if I can have access to it. If my institution subscribe to this University of Vermont, let's see if my university.
It's Cambridge. It's Cambridge now. I think they should.
Okay. Okay. My school did not subscribe to this.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So they did not subscribe. So if they had subscribed to it, I will have access to it. So guys, that is just This is to show you how to navigate, right? There are a couple of times that you might come across that problem, as those professors want, or those journals want money for you to have access to that document. What will you do? You run away, go to another of his publication that is free, even if it is 2013, even if it is 2014. Just review that and send it to that professor. So if you are able to get to where we are, please kindly let us see with that your favorite emoji, if you understand up till that stage, please. If you understand up to that stage, let me see your favorite emoji. Or let me put it this way, if by now you still don't understand, please unmute now and talk, or you have a question to ask now. Ask now, please. If there are no questions, I will assume that we are done with this and I will move to the next stage. Should we do that? We have a long way to go. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So let me move to the rest of our this thing. Now, that is searching the profile of professors on Google Scholar. Review their publications and works. So you download that work, you read it, and you review it. Reach out to professors. They call them faculty. You see them faculty by sending a code emails. What you are going to do now, let me give you a sample of my code email that I have sent before. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Now, are you seeing my screen, guys? Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, you can.
Now, this is my example of a code email I sent. This is far away in 2021. You can see, or not in June 2021, and I entered the US 2023. You could see. I think you could see it here. This is it. Sunday 19th, 2021 at 10:56 a.m. Now, 10:56 a.m. is US time, but then it will be around 2 p.m. Nigerian time. I had known when to write professors. Now look at it. Dear Joseph, the topic, look at the subject of the email. A potential graduate applicant in educational leadership at Montclair State University. A potential graduate applicant in educational leadership at Montclair State University. You don't just write anything anyhow. And with that, I move on to the salutation. Dear Dr. Joseph Oluwole, in the course of my research, I saw this professor, and he must have been born in the US. But the name Joseph Oluwole, I was like, oh my Yoruba lele na, magbe sori ele isha, mo ko bere ni, mo ba lo ka paper. In search of a potential supervisor, I came across your profile with Montclair State University. I am deeply fascinated with your publication titled California's Charter Schools, the New Separate but Equal Schools of Excellence, or are they worse than Plessy? As at this time, I don't know what Plessy means. I don't know what they call separate but equal. Not until when I got into the program now, that I got to know that there are a lot of injustices around what we call privilege, power, and oppression. That is giving power to the white population. That is, they were segregating black people from having access to higher education. That is separate but equal. At the point in time, there were a lot of laws, from Supreme Court that, okay, let us give you separate institutions. You cannot sit alongside the white people. But yes, it is also equal, but you cannot sit alongside a white person. Let us create a different class for you. Let us create a different institution for you. So that gives birth to some what we call HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities in the US, but that is not where we are going. A work that interrogates and compares the educational environment of the 19th century and the present educational structure in California. I am impressed with the narrative and comparative technique, the chronicling of events, and the legal struggles that characterized the learning environment of the separate but equal era adopted in this publication. Reading through your work, it was traumatizing, though not surprising as a student of American history, to see how Black and Latino children became subject of racial discrimination and segregation in their quest to access their inalienable right to quality education. However, more interesting is your chronicling of legal and communal efforts of people of color to the racial segregation and the unequal funding opportunities they were experiencing at the time. Finally, quite didactic is your stern warning against turning the contemporary California charters schools into one that is worse than the 19th century Plessy. However, I am curious to know. Now, I was telling him of his work. Now I am trying to tell him. However, I am curious to know what role the American Civil War plays in motivating the segregated and discriminated people of color in their quest for self-determination. That is scholarship. That is scholarship. That I'm not just reading this thing and I'm not just regurgitating everything I've been reading or everything you have written. I am telling you, in your work, I am finding a gap. And the gap is, I don't see, is there any way that American Civil War plays a big motivating role in, energizing the people of color, which are the Black and the Latino people, to actually fight for self-determination? So now, I want to talk about myself. I've been talking about him. I am a graduate of History and International Relations with a master's degree in Diplomatic History. I am currently the acting registrar for Ellen Mercer Institute of Technology, an institution of higher learning specializing in information and communication technology. As the secretary of the institution's governing council and the academic board, pursuing graduate studies in higher education administration becomes immediate and paramount. Now, I am trying to let him see the reasons why I'm applying to this program. I am trying to draw a link between my current place of work and what my request, what my immediate professional development request is at the moment. I am not just applying for this program. I am applying for this program because I have a role that I'm occupying that requires I advance my academic career. And I am telling him, because he has worked on the board of directors, then I am telling him that as the secretary of the institution governing council, which is a member of the board of directors, a work that he has done research on, that as the secretary of the institution for governing council and the academic board, pursuing graduate studies in higher education administration becomes immediate and paramount. As such, it will be an honor to come under your direct mentorship and guidance. With my academic background and my current professional aspirations, I intend to pursue an MA in educational leadership at Morehead State University. Therefore, I wish to know if you will be accepting applications for fall 2022 and if you are open to supervising me. I am enclosing my CV and transcript for your review, and I am open to further deliberations at your schedule. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Then I attach my transcript, blah, 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 and my CV, right? And let us look at the response of Dr. Oluwole. Hello, Sheriff. I hope you are doing great and having a good weekend. Thank you for your thoughtful, incisive, compelling, and poignant email. I can tell that you are a very good student of learning. Thank you for your interest in our program. I believe the specific program you are interested in is the higher education program. which deals with leadership at the higher education level. We also have the K-12 Educational Leadership Program. While I am currently chair of the K-12 and higher education programs, my specialty is in K-12 education. And so you would best be served to reach out to our professors in higher education, Blancat Fega. So he's telling me, he's giving me the link, the email, and Roman Liera. Based on your current position as acting registrar and express interest in higher education administration, please reach out to our higher education program administrator for more information on that position. So if I showed interest in K-12, this professor would have told me, Sharif, you're welcome. Apply to this program and I'm ready to supervise you. But because his specialty is in K-12, he is recommending I contact these professors, which I did, you know, and we continue to talk. Look at our correspondence, me and Dr. Oluwole. Look at it. We were talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. That is interaction. And that is why, Stephen, I was telling you the other time that you do not necessarily need to wait, because most of the non-STEM, they will not ask you to reach out to professor. But here I am, I did that I want to establish connection. I want to establish friendship. And I was able to do that courtesy of my decision. And look at that wonderful communication between me and Professor Oluwole. Eventually, I didn't go to Montclair State University. However, that was an encouragement. That response from that professor was an encouragement for me to be able to continue to reach out to other professors. That if you are able to communicate meaningfully with a powerful code email, professors are going to respond to you and they are going to ask you for a Zoom meeting, because they are also searching for great students who are going to add value to their profile too. As a professor, it is really, really, really important. So do you have questions on reaching out to professors? You know, I have read his publications, and it is from that publications that I reached out to Professor Oluwole, and that was the response he gave to me. So do we have any question to ask? Are we getting lost about anything at this stage? Please let me know. In all of these things, you are not going to be doing this thing alone. That is why we are all together in that mentorship group, to help one another. Drop your code email. You just copy it in from your what's the name? You copy it from your what's the name? This thing. Word. From Word. Then you copy it into the WhatsApp, right? And drop it. Then we read it. We are going to tell you about. So don't drop Google Doc. We won't have time to be opening and opening and opening. No, just copy that thing and paste it on your WhatsApp, right? And from there, we are going to help you read it, and we are going to review it and tell you, no, this. So arrange that thing into paragraph on your WhatsApp. Let there be paragraph, and we are going to review it together. So with that, you'll be able to move forward, implement what we ask you to implement. Then you send it back again. We review it again. Then we tell you you are ready. You are good to go to send that code email to that professor. Do you have any particular question at this point? Shola, please, you have the floor. Shola, you have the floor. You raised your hand.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, so the email you showed us just now, sir, I have a question regarding the email, and it's about how you were able to identify the knowledge gap from his work. So that's my question.
Yeah, thank you. I am a student of history and international relations, and Stephen and I and Okelo, I think Okelo is not here. We did American history, and with that knowledge of American history, I was able to follow the trend of his thought in his publication, right? And I was like, okay, I think here is a gap. What course did you study? Is it civil engineering or what did you study?
Chemical engineering, sir.
Chemical engineering?
Yes, chemical engineering.
I currently have someone from my group whom we entered at the same time into the US. He also read chemical engineering from Uniben. I think I'm going to talk to him. He's at Florida State University. He should be able to what?
In Uniben, I mean from Uniben.
He finished from Uniben too. Yeah, he finished from Uniben. We entered at the same time. We are from the same group, and he's a very versatile guy. So he's currently doing his PhD at Florida State University, and I think it's is it petro or I think it's chemical engineering too. It's chemical engineering that he's studying there. So what you're going to do is that as you are reading a publication, that is why you have studied that course. If you read, then you are able to come up with, you will be able to identify a gap. You'll be able to identify a gap that, okay, oh, this professor didn't talk about this. Or they will tell you the limitation of their work. So from telling you the limitation of their work, you would be able to, Stephen, you want to add something there, please?
Okay, no. Okay. So you mean from what you are saying?
Yeah.
Yes, I think the most important, okay, by the way, I've shared the email in response to what Peter said earlier. So I've shared that email now.
Oh, thank you.
But at the same time, like I said earlier, I want a situation where all of us will at least will join hands together to make sure that we succeed in this. It will not make any sense for some people to be acting as armchair researcher just to sit down and be cashing in on what other people are doing, because at the end of the day, by the time you are facing the panel, it's going to be you and your destiny. You are going to present what you know. So please let's endeavor to join us together and to make sure that we are diligent in what we are doing. So now on how to identify the research gap, I think it's quite easy. First, the first thing we need to do is that if we are going to look for this scholarship, before we start reaching out to these professors, I think the first thing we need to do is for us to highlight the area or to shortlist the areas that we think we are going to focus on. Then once you do that, then try as much as possible to read around that topic. And the good thing is that there is no matter how vast or how comprehensive people have written on a particular subject, there will definitely be something that is being omitted. In fact, in the course of your reading, you might even discover that some of those publications, some people had already reviewed them. So some people had already reviewed them, and in the course of by the time they are reviewing either the book or the publication or the article, in the course of that, those individuals must have actually narrowed it down. I think I reviewed a professor's work yesterday. In fact, I've not even sent it to the professor because I have not sent it to Sherry, but I just finished reviewing the work. It's a Ghanaian professor. So I try as much as possible to identify the research gap, but even those research gap, it was in the course of my reading that made me to understand that, okay, this and even the people who identified those research gap, I think the professor only picked one out of the numerous research gap that was already identified by someone else reviewing another person's work. So if we're able to read around it, by the time you are presenting it to the funny thing is that all these lecturers, they themselves, it's easier for them to know the research gap because they know the limitations of their research. And that's the more reason they are looking at people who will come in and add value to what they are already doing. So by the time you are presenting it, most of those things are not actually new to them, but it's because when you present it, it will not sound original to them. So if you don't read around the subject, it's going to be difficult for you to identify that research. So let's try as much as possible to read around that publication, that particular professor's publication, before we even write anything, before we send anything to him or her at all. So that by the time you are talking, they will know you know what you are talking about. For example, with the one I posted, where I wrote to the Department of History in University of Vermont, I did not have access to most all those books. So, but what I did was that I only read, I like Professor Austin, for example, the book she wrote on Mexico. What I did was that I only I read the abstract. So after reading the abstract, then I now went to Google to Google Books, because I know that Google Books at times they will do a preview. So I now read the preview of that particular book. So in the course of reading, it was easier for me to know what the professor was talking about. So that's exactly what I did. So and by the time I was presenting, it's easier for the professor to know that, okay, this is what this person is making sense. Yes.
I think what we need to do is we have to find time to talk about literature review, how to review literature. You know, even if it's about just 30 minutes, we'll be able to do that. Probably that might be next week, I think, or next week or tomorrow, I don't know. So if you are prepared tomorrow, I think we can do that.
Okay, maybe next week Sunday, because by next week Saturday, I will be on my. I'll be returning to Nigeria next week Saturday.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
So
okay, that's fine.
I should be back.
That is good.
I should be back.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think, guys, that is you've got a little idea of how to work on literature review, how to find a gap, you know, on the present work. Just read through it. You would definitely find, because this is what you've gone to the university to study. And remember, you are going to study, you are going for a PhD or a master's program. No be my. Right now, you should learn how to, you know, fasten your seatbelt, you know, and be able to get on the journey as soon as possible. As soon and as quick as possible. That is very important. So you cannot, no one would spoon feed you, because by the time you get in, I am telling you, we've seen instances of people that they withdraw their funding from. They withdraw the funding. Immediately that person gets to the US, they were like, no, you don't want it. So go and pay your tuition. And if you cannot do that, they send you back home. They will report you to the Department of Homeland Security, and they will deport you back to Nigeria. Nobody would want that anyways. Nobody would want that to happen. That you are able to eventually have an opportunity and you throw that to the dungeon. So no one would be able to do that, want to do that. So let us work hard and hard and hard. Let us take, you know, this process, this rigor. Let us take the pain and get the knowledge so as for us to be able to grow. So we continue with our discussion, you know. So reach out to professors by sending code emails that we just talked about. Then alternative funding pathway. I want to encourage you. If you are applying for institutions, now your target is that you want to have funding opportunities, right? You want to get funding, fully funded offer. Now you have to look at, peradventure I did not get this funding. What else? Will I be able to fund myself? Now that the thinking comes to, okay, what are other ways, other sources I can actually fund my studies as I want to go abroad, I want to move abroad. Then you want to look at, that's why I said be strategic with your school search and funding. So you want to look at schools that have partnership with something like this. There are popular institutions. I'll give you this. We call it Empower Finance. Empower Financing. So this is Empower Financing. So Empower financing help you to finance your studies. You know, our scholarships, they have scholarships, refinance my loan, apply for loan. Schools with support. Look at the schools they support. Empower eligible schools in the US and Canada. So we support all degrees, which could make eligible list. So so you can actually download the list of schools here. You can see this is AT Still University of Health Sciences, Missouri, Adelphi University, New York, Albany College, Albany Medical College, American University, that is Washington, D.C., American University of Antigua, Amherst College, Massachusetts is a very renowned school. Appalachian State University. So, Stephen, this school has this program, Higher Education and Student Affairs Administration. Acadia University, this is in Pennsylvania. So, these are the list of that institution. You might want to log in, or you want to, can I still remember this thing? Allow Sharif. Come. Okay, what do I? So here I am. I think they've deleted my applications is inactive application. Guys, look at it. Expired. Can you see now? This is University of Pennsylvania. The loan amount I'm asking for is 50,000 US dollars. This is another one, $50,000. And this is Miami University, $50,000. So these are the loans that I have applied to. But deliberately, I did not eventually make use of it, because I was like, I am not going to make use of this thing. I would wait for another year. And another year that I waited for, I secured a fully funded offer. So you want to look at institutions that have collaboration with this alternative funding source, which is Empower Financing. Because by the time, what you just need to do is to just submit some certain documents, such as the utility bills, such as NEPA bills, such as the admission letter, such as this, blah, blah, blah. And once they find it interesting, they will approve your loan. That's what they are doing. And once you are done with your program, I think after 6 months that you've secured a job, then you'll be able to be paying back your loan gradually. So this is another, this is a funding pathway that you want to look at. Go and explore that website. I would drop that I will drop the link. I will drop the link on I'll drop the link here for guys to what's happening. Okay. So that is Empower Financing. So check the link to also carries, that alliance with Empower Financing. So that will help you in case you do not secure your funding, you want to explore that loan opportunity. So most of the information we are getting here, we are not giving you this information so that you go out there and be circulating them. We are making you go through them as a member of this community for you to be able to grow and find the right pathway to succeed in your career. If you have anyone who wants to be part of this, so you can actually ask them to join and we can actually grow together. Do you have anyone who have a question? Yeah. Okay, Stephen.
Yes, I do. Now on this loan issue. So assuming I got an admission, then I now apply for a loan. So how do I pay back?
Once you are done with your program, they are not expecting you to pay when you are in school. They will fund your accommodation, your tuition, and even your feeding allowance. They will give you, even if you need up to $100,000, they are going to give you. So once you're done, and I think they are interested about probably 6% or something. So you begin to be paying back, yeah, because you don't need a co-signer and you don't need a collateral. You don't need anyone to be a guarantor for you, right? You don't need that. So with that, you secure the funding, the loan, and you'll be able to travel in case you did not secure that loan. But actually, just like I did, I would never encourage people. Don't because of this now think that I'm not going to be doing the work. I don't need funding. No be my mind to pay the loan back. Now allow get this free money. Free money is there for you, but you work hard. Work hard and get that free money instead of you go and take BC. This is Komule Lanta. I don't know if you know the
another thing
of this.
Another concern is this. Now, assuming one is able to secure the loan, now is hope it won't affect the visa application.
We have people that are
this
getting.
officer might be thinking that okay, if you are going on a loan, then you know what you are going to say is that you are coming back to Nigeria. That means you are not returning anytime soon. Hope that won't affect the application.
No. It depends on the story you are telling. Stephen, okay. For instance, you want to tell them that if you are going for Empower financing loan, you want to tell them that, okay, I have a total sum of about 10 million naira in my account, which I have saved for the couple of 5 years that I've been working with Captain Television. Also, I did pick up a job. I mean, I took up a job of so researcher with this organization, and I've been able to save about this. So they've seen that trajectory that in your account you have about 50 million naira. Okay. And the rest will be covered by MFAO financing, the rest 30 million naira. And upon my graduation, right now I am collecting about 1 million naira. Upon my graduation, I'm going to be taking nothing less than 3 million naira. So they are seeing that kind of link. It depends on how you're telling your story. Okay. And that's a visa thing is another thing entirely.
Yes, I get.
I mean, that's another work. It's a big work entirely. Right. So we know how to navigate, tell our stories and everything. So when we get there, we are going to cross that stage. But right now, we are in the process of searching for schools, sending emails to professors, but we are going to get there, right? So it's just a matter of time and a matter of process.
Right. Thank you.
Any other question, please? If we don't have any question, then we move forward. Right. So we go to, I say here, gather your application materials. Prepare and write your GRE, TOEFL, or IELTS. That is, provided you have institutions that are asking for these particular requirement, academic requirement. So if they are not asking for these materials, then you don't need to write them. But if you are writing them, for those of you in STEM, I mean, GRE is very, very good. GRE is very, very good, right? So you might need to look at you writing a GRE exam because it's going to give you a leverage above other applicants, in that pool. It's going to give you a kind of advantage. So TOEFL and IELTS are English exam. GRE is a general record exam. It is called general record exam. It's going to have mathematics. It's going to have English. It's going to have, and the English would have verbal, analytical, I think writing and everything. So you are going to be doing all of these things together. So, and again, I said, begin working on your SOP. We are going to work on how to write SOP. I'm going to send you samples of SOP. You can download samples of SOP online, sample of SOP on so topic. And they are going to give you on so discipline, they are going to give you. So letter of reference, there are number of sample that we can give you, and you can get quite a number of letter of reference samples online too. But what you need to do, just like Stephen was saying, you don't want to get that my copy and you want to copy it verbatim. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So if I am sending you a copy of this thing, you have to know that you have to be creative enough to adapt it to your own situation. Not copy it verbatim. Not copy it verbatim. That is stupidity. That is why so many people, we've seen instances of people, using the same pattern. They are so lazy. and that person wants to go abroad and study and get scholarship. And now, at times, you might create problem for the person who is sending to you. Stephen can testify this. There was a case that involves Stephen and
It's right here. Is it what's the name of that? In my 300 level.
All the those are like a command to you. So
I was the one
they will just copy everything. They will just copy everything and submit.
Who wrote the assignment, who did everything. Only for the lady went ahead and submitted. And she even submitted ahead of me. So by the time I got it.
You know, appear that you are not the one that copied her. So, I mean, guys would have to be very careful. When you get a sample, you have to be creative of adapting that style to your own profile, not submitting the same thing. It doesn't make any sense. And besides, we are saying that once you are done, send that thing to the group so as for us to help you review on what you need to do. So that is how you would be able to navigate the complex hurdles of the application. And eventually you are going to secure your fully funded offer. If we are able to put in every effort, every one of us will get that funding. There are a lot of money abroad, you know, to take care of. How many are we? How many? We are not even much at all. How many people are applying in Nigeria compared to what we have in India and every other places? So your CV, we are going to be looking at, you know, how to write a CV, you know, and again, if you can get a study leave from your place of work, get that, you know, and that is important for your visa application. Another important document you think are necessary. So again, let us look at opening and optimizing your social media account. Open a professional and social media account. Professional and social media account. Okay. And let me show you these. So let me log into my, what is this? It's not this one. Are you crazy? Let me go and check the other. If I'm going to see, okay, okay, it's already here. Can you see my screen, please? Can I see my screen?
Yes.
So this is my LinkedIn account, right? So now look at this. Look at this picture compared to the one you would take. This is professional LinkedIn account that shows a kind of seriousness. Look at the background. Additional, are you the one who did this picture for me? Or mute? Yinka Abib Additional, are you the one? Okay. Yeah, so this is it. Then we design this background. Look at this background. Look at the information there. Each day you are leading by example. Each day you are leading by example, whether you realize it or not, or whether it is positive or negative, you are influencing those around you. That is creating a picture and a profile of a leader. Of what did I call it? Of a leader. Now, look at my profile. Sheriff Ayodeji Alao. Then this is graduate assistant, Catamount Advanced Program, Residential Life at the University of Vermont. This is about Sheriff Alao. In fact, I have not worked on. I have to re-optimize my distance. The story should have changed. So this is my experience. This is work experience. Graduate assistant, blah 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 blah. And what do I do here? Providing support to undergraduate students. assisting students and parents in carrying out procedures for opening and closing processes, supporting and participating in ongoing departmental events and trainings, actively confront situations of intolerance and bias using the campus response protocols, responding to emergencies faced by students living off campus, spinner place, engaging in meetings with academic advisors to support students in the program, serving as a member of the Integrative Learning Committee. So, and these are critical skills that I was able to develop in this work: social justice, on-call support, and 6 other special skills. Now, this is acting registrar at St. Musa Institute of Technology. As the AG registrar, Allow Sheriff processes registration requests and administers admissions processes. It schedules academic activities and classes, as well as keeping a permanent record of grades and marks. In line with the mission and vision of the institution, it continues to enact academic policy and programs that resonate with Goal 4 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. It serves as the secretary for both the academic and the governing board council of the institute. Operations manager as Eleni Musa Institute of Resource Corps. IT support, Sigma Technologies Nigeria Limited. Development knowledge facilitator of the Millennium Development Goals. That's now the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, right? So now tell me, by the time you read all of these things, Osefe Yahweh, for instance, you say he was trained as a development knowledge facilitator in a triadic collaboration of the National Youth Service Corps, the World Bank, and the British Council. He had the mandate to explore the goals of the MDGs, now the Sustainable Development Goals, and that of the National Economic Empowerment and Development Strategy needs as they apply to local communities in Nigeria. He was trained on how to identify numerous challenges confronting the nation and at the same time take initiative at addressing those identified challenges. Sheriff developed an interest in Goal 7, ensure environmental sustainability of the MDGs, and he was certain of a career in sustainable development. With that said, he became a volunteer in the Emergency Response in Intervention Project area of the Sustainable Impact Aid as coordinating officer. So you create a story that attracts people to you. You create a story of leadership. You create an accomplishment of volunteering. These are things that they are expecting from you. And that is what we call professional account on LinkedIn and optimization. Then, this is my education. University of Vermont, Masters of Education. Obafemi Awolowo University, Masters. So, and Bachelor of Arts, you know. So this is my educational degree and journey. So these are the skills, and these are my interests, the people I follow on LinkedIn. Now, why I'm saying that you need to build connection. I talked about connection here. I talked about connection here. I said open a professional social media account. Use professional DP and background. Post, share, and comment on content or topics related to your field. Build a strong connection and network. Then create a customized email signature. I'll get to that. Let us see how we can post and share comment and how to build a strong connection. Excuse me. So now look at it from my profile. Look at similar profiles. Similar profiles. They are bringing Brittany Williams, PhD. This is my professor and is my academic advisor. And I am now a research associate with Professor Brittany Williams. You know, this is Eric Adams. So he just graduated from the program. This is my lecturer and professor, Tracy Arambula Turner. This is Brian Andy. He's my colleague at Residential Life, area coordinator at Residential Life. This is Julian Amanda. They are saying those that are related. So when you go for visa, not only visa from application, immediately you submit your application, the reviewing committee are checking, especially your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter. They want to see what you are doing. Who are you following? Who Who are you sharing communication with? Now, by the time they are opening my profile and they are seeing these people, it shows that I am a professional in student affairs administration. Let us check this. Brittany Williams, higher education researcher, consultant, and speaker. This is it. From the University of Vermont, University of Georgia. Those are the two institutions. This is Jason Garvey. He was the former graduate coordinator of my program, and now he is the director of ROI or something, research and something. Look at this. It will continue. This is Dolan, just finished our PhD. These are the list of people that you are going to be having connection with. And once this reviewing committee saw that you are in line in that area, then they are interested in you. They know you are a serious professional and you are ready for academic and professional development. And now they want to look at what are those things that you are doing. Look at it. This is my network. These are my networks. Who are your networks? Who are your friends? That's what we call network, right? So you begin to see those people that you can actually connect with. They are here. You can actually connect with. Who are you following? These are the people I am following, you know? So they want to see all of these things. What groups do you belong to? Look at it. Learning, Education, and Training Professional Group, Diversity and Inclusion Leadership, Council for Advancement and Support of Education, Research with International Students, University of Vermont ISA, Higher Education Management, Global STEM Stream Executives, Leadership Think Tank, Educational Leadership and Innovation, Georgetown University. These are the groups I am following, right? So by the time they are looking at this, let us look at pages. These are the pages that I am following. Look at it. Look at it. So these are things that relate to my this thing, to my line. So you can, this is a place you can chat with professionals once you become friends, right? Who is this? Yes, okay. I want to check. Okay, this is now one thing that I did immediately that I was coming to the University of Vermont was that I started reaching out to some people, right? Oh, I mean, this is not updated. We have previous information so that we've been talking about. This is Anna Maria Cavaleri. She's a white folks lady. I typed the University of Vermont on LinkedIn and it brought the profile of these people and I started reaching out to them and we started our communication. She's saying, my pleasure and best of luck with the interview. Is there anything else I can help with? So these people are ready to supply you with any information. You could see. So I was asking her different information, why some other students are not doing that. You can make use of social media, such as LinkedIn, Twitter, to go a long way in securing the funding that you really want. Do you understand? So these other people are not doing this, and I am doing it. I am not, she's not only the one that I was contacting. She's not only the one. Lexi K. She's a white lady too, right? I was chatting with Lexi K, program administrator for Fraternity and Sorority Life at New York University. She just graduated and went to get a job. So she was formerly a student at the University of Vermont. So this is another person with another university. This is Joy Emmanuel. She just graduated from this program, right? So I realized that, look at incoming higher education doctoral student. She has changed her profile because she just got another admission to University of Wisconsin. She just graduated this May and she's just going right now. So what do I want to bring out of this? I want to tell you that there are a lot of things for you to do with your social media. You should stop posting on TikTok, useless thing on TikTok. things that are not adding value to your life. You want to begin to create, a good story of how professional you are on your LinkedIn and on your Twitter, because the VO2 would be asking you for your social media account. And by the time you supply them with this thing, they are impressed. It's like you are 20% ready. You are 20% ready by the time you are showing them that you have this profile. So it is important that you worked on this social media account thing. So, and I said you should create a customized email signature. For instance, when you are checking, let me show you. Okay, I think you can't. Oh, you can actually have access to that. Let me show you what that looks like. Let me show you what that looks like. So, this is my okay, let's say I want to send email now. You can see this is an example of a customized email. You can see here. You can see here, they are here. You can see this is a customized email. Sheriff A. Allow, M.A.E.M. his, Graduate Assistant, Cadman Advanced Program, Spinner Place, Department of Residential Life, Division of Student Affairs, MED candidate, UVMI Education and Student Affairs Administration. So you can actually create something like this for yourself. And that is why I am impressed with some certain people that are here. They've got incredible profile. They might not have the best CGPA out there, but they've got incredible professional and leadership experience that can actually contribute a lot to their application. It would contribute a lot to the application, and we are going to work towards achieving that. So let's move forward. What else? Apply for application fee waiver. Yes, you can apply for application fee waiver by requesting for a code. There are some institutions that they will ask you to request for a code, application fee waiver. Ask from the graduate coordinator or the program administrator that is there an application fee waiver. There are some that will send you a code. There are some that they will tell you that if you attend the admission sessions, it could be midnight, like 12, you would sacrifice. I attended virtually every admission sessions and webinars, and I got quite a number of application fee waiver, right? Attend those admission sessions, register for those sessions and attend them. And as such, you will be able to get some certain waivers. Ask from your proposed supervisor. You can actually ask from your supervisors too. If they see you serious, we've seen instances where supervisor help that incoming supervisee to pay the application fee, and you can find schools with automatic application fee waiver. For instance, the University of Alabama in Alabama has a week of application fee waiver that you are expected to submit your application. If you submit within this time frame, your application fee would be waived. And that is what we are trying to say. So you can request, you can get a waiver. For so many of you that are saying that there is no money, so you have to target this. Come through the web page or the website of your program, and you will see application or admission sessions or webinars. Register for it, attend it, and you will surely get that waiver. Prepare for your interview. There are instances whereby your supervisor, for those of you instead, your supervisor will ask that you do an interview before you even submit your application. You will do a Zoom this thing. Once you started getting that message, reach out to us so as for us to be able to see how to provide the necessary information on how to navigate that problem. For other people, for non-STEM, it might be after you must have been admitted. They will make you go through that interview to stand a chance of winning that funding that you you are requesting for. So if you pass, they are going to give you that funding. So prepare for your interview. Submit your application. Once you gather your application, you get your waiver, your document and everything is ready, your transcript, then you submit your application latest December 1st. That is the priority deadline. And there are some that have December 15 or January 15, as the case may be. Ensure you reach out to your professors. But I would like you to even submit prior to the priority deadline for you to stand a chance or for you not to miss that deadline. So then the next thing is acceptance or rejection. Yes, there are love stories. What we call love stories is rejection. You would definitely have rejection, but then you only need one acceptance to turn away that sorrow of so many rejections, and the yes that you get will come with full funding. And I pray for everyone, including me, because I'm also applying for my PhD program. Every one of us will get that needed, required funding that we're asking for, inshallah, because so then the next stage is visa application stage, and the next stage is your JAPA dream is achieved, right? So thank you all for being part of today's session. You want to ask one or two questions that are bothering you in the course of this presentation. Thank you all for being part of today's session. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is the time for question and answer. One or two questions before we start. I think it's 11:03 already. It's 11:03 already, and I mean we spend a lot of time. So that's our 2 hours 30 minutes. We've been able to cover a lot of things because we do not have enough time again. We don't have that time. We just have to sacrifice our time and see how we can actually grow and cover most of these things. So tomorrow we might want to talk about one or two things too, so as for us to get going and to get the result. So by August, we must start, applying to this program, attending, webinars, admissions webinars, and by that time, we are ahead of every other people because we've researched about the schools. Now we are learning, right? And we are going to grow. By that August, we already know everything that we needed to thrive in this program. What we just need is just that guide and support, and we get to where we are going. So if you have one or two questions, please let me know. Stephen, you are co-host. You want to unmute yourself and coordinate the question and answer session, please.
Okay, guys, please. So let's contribute. Do you have any questions, clarification?
Questions, clarification, contribution, comment.
So please, let's pick up. Just as Sharif has said, there is no time on our side. We have limited time. So whatever is not clear to you, please feel free to ask the question now that you have the opportunity.
So we have people raising up their hands. Aaron is there. Vincent is there, please.
Okay, so okay, yes, Aaron, please, let's start with you. Okay, yes, Lord.
Okay,
yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, the presenter. So you've done a very good job. May Allah continue to reward you. Allah. Yeah, my question goes those. Let's, for instance, I'm applying for a PhD program from here.
Okay.
And at the moment, I'm actually working towards I have a thesis topic already, and I have a supervisor who has given me a go ahead to start my work. But I wanted to see how I can actually complete my exams before I'm starting my thesis proper. You understand? So in this situation, do you suggest I start applying for my PhD program using my University of Parfia application, including University of Parfia application, or I should just look off these since I have not started my thesis? So I probably use my undergraduate program for PhD program. Or what do you think?
Okay. Thank you for the question. I think it is good. There is a reason why you've been to Italy, and that is an added advantage. You having a master's at Italy, is incomparable to someone having a master's in Nigeria. I think you will agree with me. And want to rely on you having to have acquired some specific research skills. You have been exposed to some research methodologies, some trainings, in Italy that goes beyond, what you have in your undergraduate degree. So it's a great advantage that you have your PhD already. You are writing your thesis. Remember, this admission is for next year. It's for next year. By the time you are submitting your admission by December, right? You include the topic of your thesis, your master's thesis, on your CV, because by the time they are reviewing your application, probably in January, you must have been done with your thesis. Even if you are not done with your thesis, that's not a problem, right? But before next year, you're already done with your thesis writing and whatsoever, and that should not stop you. Include your master's profile in your application. That will help you a lot. So forget about the rest of probably you want to start your thesis right now. It doesn't stop you, right? So you've done your work, you've done your coursework. The remaining is just the thesis. So I think you are like 70% done with your program. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Stephen, you want to add anything to that? Hello, Stephen. You want to add anything to that?
Sorry, I actually muted myself. I said, how can I add anything to that? I said, Aaron is in Italy, a master student going for PhD, so he's our guy. So you've answered.
Oh, no, your guy for your experience and everything.
Yeah. That's good.
So,
but the good thing is that I think it stands a better chance, just as you said, than those the people who are coming from Nigeria. Because
even in terms of visa application.
Exactly. No, in terms of visa application, it's not going to have any problem. So then even in terms of admission in US, I think it still stands a better chance compared to those who are coming from Nigeria.
So and so for you guys, so not everyone would be in the US and Canada at the same time. Not everyone. I waited this long before because I wanted to go to the US, right? So if you know that you can go to Italy, Portugal, we are going to bring a couple of guys to talk to us about opportunities in Portugal, in Czech Republic, and some other European countries for us to explore, right? Not necessarily, because you just need to leave that country. You just need to leave that country. By the time you leave that country, your story will change. Because by the time you get to, say, Italy, and you have probably a job that you are doing, my dear brother, okay, 1.something million, 1.something million naira, losu. Whatever, in Italy, you'll be paying that, and you'll be taking care of your family at home. So it is better than staying in Nigeria, right? You want to look at that and go to Italy or Portugal to raise money to go to Canada or the US. That is another thing you want to look at. So, Vincent, you want to
Vincent, go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a little concern, right? Let's say you have an official email when like you're trying to send a cold email to a professor. So which is better? Is it better to use a professional email, like your official email from your workplace, or using your personal email? So which one does it really matter? Like if you have a professional email, official email, sending code mails using it, or using your personal emails?
Okay, thank you for asking that question. And that takes me to those people who are using Ade Steven 997. I'm using my friend as an example. Ade Steven 997 at gmail.com. Official email is like alarmsheriff at gmail.com. Alarmsheriff at gmail.com. You know, by the time you are doing Kinika Ade Love, don't even use Ade Love to send email to me. Do you understand? So you want to ensure if you don't have that good professional email, official email, you want to create one. On the area of if you should use your professional email, I think you can also use your professional email if you would continue to have access to it. But I'll prefer a Gmail because most of the time, I think there are some restrictions around this professional email that might not go together. I don't know. You are a web developer. You have a proper understanding of FinCEN. I don't know if there might be some kind of complications around that. So I used my official Gmail. But what I am saying is that you can as well, with that Gmail account, create a customized email. That's your Gmail. I think Gmail is customizable. Am I right?
Yeah, I think when you start paying for G Suite and the rest, I think you can customize that.
Okay, you can customize that. And again, can we do that? Can we do that with our I think we can do that with our official website at Higher Education Matters. So I think we can do that. So in any case, for me, I'll prefer your what's the name? The Gmail, but you can actually use your professional email too, right? And you can even type into Google. Is it better to use my professional work email to reach out to professor or to use my personal email? You will see Quora, you will see information on Quora and some other places and Reddit. So you will see thought of people, you'll be able to read that and yeah. I think you get that, Vincent.
Yes, thank you. That it answers my question. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so from personal experience, I think I would
Okay.
advise that it's better to make use of a Gmail
Okay.
than any official email. Like for example, my company, for example, we have what we call the at castan.tv. Now,
Okay.
that particular email, the technological company that is operating it is domiciled in the United States. There are
Okay.
times that people will send mails and they will complain that the mails are bouncing back. Now, if, for example, if I had made use of that particular email to reach the professor, what if the professor is, or by the time the professor responds, then the email bounce back? So the professor will not have the time to keep to keep going back.
Keep track of
And even like that, there was a time that even for about a period of 5 to 6 months, it was not even active at all. So they had to renew the subscription and all. But I don't think we have that problem with Gmail. And another thing with Gmail is that you continue to have access to it, come what may. So I would suggest that we should make use of Gmail and not official or company's email.
Stephen, we have a question on the in-call messages. You might want to check that and read it out, please.
Yes, Shola was Tijani Shola. Okay, he said kindly reiterate on how to know about schools admission sessions. My network was bad when you were talking about it.
Okay. What we
say? Tijani still here with us?
Okay. I think yes,
he's here. Go ahead.
Is there? Okay. Yeah, I think what we want to I think I mentioned that you want to read the length and breadth of the web page of your program. All of this information are on the website. So as at the time that the school are starting their admission webinars, and sessions, they will put it on their website that register for our admission sessions and blah, 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 blah. And even from the questions that you are sending to the graduate coordinator, I can also send you a sample of the questions, inquiry, email that you are sending out to the graduate coordinator. This is not a code email. This is just a simple inquiry email you are sending to the graduate coordinator, you might want to include it there that you are interested in knowing when the admission sessions would be available. Because with these admission sessions, these staff and faculty will be able to tell you what that program is. They'll be able to tell you about the requirement, and you'll be able to ask questions from them. You know, life questions like, oh, I have 3 point something CGPA. Am I welcome to apply? You know, you'll be able to ask them most of this information and they will supply answers to you. So with this information that you get from these webinars and sessions, you'll be rest assured. You ask about funding opportunity, you know, away from this email you've been exchanging. The sessions, admission sessions, will give you the opportunity to have interactions. You will even be able to put names to the faces. You put faces to the names of those professors you've been interacting with. So it is an opportunity to interact and dialogue with these officials of the universities and the program. And you have 100% authenticity of information that you are getting. And it will pave the way for you to proceed in your admission process. Yeah. Stephen, I think you need to help us.
Kidani, is that okay with you?
Yeah, I think he has been able to drop that emoji, was clapping. Thank you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So any other contribution before
any other questions before we call it a day? Stephen, I think you might need to take the snapshot of the screenshot of the people left today.
Yes, we have 14 people.
Please let us do a screenshot. We are going to be removing some people, so we don't want people who are not committed to the project. We are not. Are you doing that already, Stephen?
Yes, I'm on it.
Okay, so we are not interested in people who are not part of the project, so they should just go away. Only want to call in. So that's really important. So once we are done, I think Stephen, once we are done, please tell us and declare the session closed today. So
yes, so we are done. Okay, so thank you very much, Sheriff, for the lengthy explanation and the selfless tutorial. So we are really grateful, and thank you, Mr. Aaron, and all the other members of the group that participated from the very beginning to the very end. So we appreciated you. So once again, I would like to encourage us that we should try as much as possible to take advantage of this opportunity. You know, these opportunities that we're getting free of charge, it would have cost us a lot of money if we had gone through some of these online experts. But here we are gaining access to this at no cost to us. So please, let's try as much as possible to take advantage of it, and whatever is shared on the group, and please let's try as much as possible to keep them to keep the information to ourselves. So thank you. I wish us a very good night rest till tomorrow night again. Thank you. Good night.
Bye everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.